The meaning of creation. Have you ever had moments like this? Not a dramatic breakdown, not some huge crisis, just a quiet, heavy feeling that slowly settles in. You wake up every day, check your phone for a while, get out of bed, go to work, come home. Eat, sleep, life feels full. But when someone asks you what you are creating, you cannot really answer. You might not even know what you are living for. There is an for this state, being carried away by life. Most people, yes. Solution is to consume more, watch another show, order another meal, buy something new. 3 hours later, you are still exactly where you started. The real way out is not consuming more, it is beginning to create. But before we talk about big ideas, let me ask you a very specific question. When was the last time you truly figured something out? Many people think creation belongs only to geniuses. Mozart composed music at the age of 6. Steve Jobs helped redefine the smartphone. That kind of creation feels like it has nothing to do with ordinary people like us. But there is another kind of creation. Its starting point is not, I want to change the world. It is, you have a question, and you want to understand that. Some people start writing because there is a tongue-led mess of thoughts in their heads that they cannot organize. Some people start making videos because they searched everywhere online but could not find the answer they were truly looking for. Some people start documenting their ideas because they are afraid that the things they finally understood today will disappear from their minds a few days later. The beginning of creation is often selfish. They are simply trying to solve their own problems, but something interesting happens when they transform the confusion inside their minds into a piece of writing, a video, or a creation of some kind. They are not merely organizing their thoughts, they are kind of feeling, I am in control of this. I am not just being pushed forward by life. This is the most primitive motivation behind creation. Not attention, not validation, not external recognition. Creation matters because it transforms you from someone who merely experiences life into someone who actively builds it. You are no longer just watching other people's stories. You begin to have your own. But there is something even more important. At first, you think you are only solving your own problems. Then one day, somewhere you will never visit, a person you will never meet, opens something you created and thinks, this is it. This is the thing I have been trying to understand. The book is the result of an author organizing their own confusion, yet it becomes someone else's source of strength. A tool is created because someone was tired of dealing with a frustrating problem, yet it ends up saving thousands or millions of people time. So what is the true connection between human beings? It is the encounter between questions and answers. Everything you have experienced, understood, and created, even if it is only an article or a short video, is a key you hand to the world. You do not know who will pick it up, but it may open a door that you will never personally see. There is another thing people often overlook. Almost everything that exists today once existed only inside someone's mind. An airplane existed first as an imagination of human flight. The internet existed first as a vision of a connected world. Everything around you, a car, a car phone, was once only an idea in someone else's mind before it became something you could touch. Creation is the process of allowing the world inside your mind to eventually stand in the real world, and people who keep creating develop a kind of inner state that consumerism struggles to defeat. They do not need the outside world to constantly tell them whether their life has meaning, because every day they confirm one thing, I can make something, and that alone is enough. Passive consumption makes people feel empty. Active creation makes people feel awake. How to practice creation? So, does creation have to mean making something completely new? Now, here is a more practical definition. Anything you actively process and transform is creation. You read a book and explain its core ideas in your own words. That is creation. You learn a method and explain it through examples from your own life. That is creation. You understand an idea and ask yourself, how does this connect to something happening in my own life? That is also creation. The difference is not whether something is completely original. The difference is whether you are inside it. Simply, Receiving information, yes. Consumption, reinterpreting it, reorganizing it, and adding your own perspective is creation. This distinction is especially important when it comes to learning. Many people spend years learning, only to discover that almost nothing remains in their minds. Why? Because they only consume. They never output. They never organize. They never connect ideas. Knowledge is not a warehouse. The amount you store does not equal the amount you truly possess. But when you genuinely understand something and can express it in your own language, that is when it becomes part of you. So the real question has never been, do I have the ability to create? You are already creating every day. Every decision you make, every problem you solve, every choice you think through, these are all raw materials for creation. They have always been there. The only real question is, have you started leaving traces behind?